miss it because I don't even know how to use it anymore. Hi, it's me and Luke.
Hey guys.
Am I aiming right?
Yeah, you're aiming perfectly.
Okay, so we are, is that part of the course too?
So this is part of the course. I guess they have to walk over that way in order to get to that side of the course.
Yeah, so clearly I have not been around the course yet. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna walk with a group tomorrow and get some insight from guys I know. I'll walk with them and do what I can from outside the ropes or what have you. Like, I'm not gonna go around like watching or periscoping every freaking shot I get, because I can't periscope from inside the ropes anyway. But anyway, Luke and I are exploring the course, just talking about the lovely environment of the media center.
Exactly.
I mean, what do you think, Luke?
Oh, I think
about the ambiance in the media center.
Oh, I think it's great.
Walk up here?
The temperature's a little chilly, but it always
When
is.
is it ever?
It's
Never.
always a little chilly. Colin Cowherd was on the big screen today, which was
that's so
which was
exciting.
wonderful.
What about those press conferences, Luke?
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm so glad I went to 2 of them.
So I went.
They were actually good.
So I went to Rory and I went to Jason. The funny thing
Those are the 2 I went to, and
Oh,
those were probably the only ones worth going to.
Yeah, Jason Days was the best by far.
Oh,
Jason
he was
Day.
great. Like, Jason's
Jason-
always great, but he was like very.
Yeah.
Like the whole him having a cold thing
And yeah,
was hilarious.
It was hilarious, and like the whole, like Jason Day said at one point, he's never been more stressed out than he is right now, which is actually really, I thought that was really
He's very
interesting.
honest.
Nobody talks like that really.
Yeah, no, he's
and
very
Jason Day was
candid.
just so honest.
Yeah, Rory used to be more honest. He gotten in trouble a few times, I think. So, you know, it makes you.
Yeah, and they all dial it back around
Dial it
majors
back.
because
Yeah.
they're so tense. And
Just wait till Sunday. You know, I discovered in my first US Open, Pebble Beach, 2010. I was so confused at first. I was like, well, I watched the 17th hole a bunch.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And the par 3, and you know, I just was like, God, you can't hold that freaking green. And you know, I didn't really know what I was doing. Like, I was new, and then I'm like behind the green.
Yeah,
You know, flash area, talking to players.
yeah.
And all the players are just ranting. And I'm talking to like some of the players I also like saw hit shots.
Yeah.
I just remember Snedeker was like, I hit the spinniest, loftiest, highest 4-iron I could possibly hit, and it still went over the green. And just like I was like, and then a few more, and then Ryan Moore went on this epic rant. You know, it's funny because he was like the USGA like.
Look how long this rough
yeah.
is, by the way.
But you know what the guys were saying? It's not as long as it was in 07.
Oh, really?
Like, well, Kenny Harms, not Kevin Ozcaddy, says that the greens are faster, the rough was longer,
Oh,
whatever, blah, blah, blah. Everything was harder in 07.
Interesting. So they probably.
Who knows?
They probably dialed it back a little bit since then because they thought maybe that was a little too extreme.
Are they going to cut it? Doubtful, right?
I don't think so.
I think the USGA does that.
I heard that they cut it today a little bit, but I haven't confirmed that or not.
I am allowed to get players on this if I want. I'm outside the ropes, so it's all good. Sorry, just commenters.
Yes. No.
Go ahead. I started to interrupt.
Yeah. No. It's no problem at all. Yeah. No. I don't think the plan is to cut it anymore. If they do cut it, they'll cut it. They either have cut it already early in the week, or they're going to cut it tomorrow.
Right.
And that'll be it.
I mean, it's just like, I was tweeting about this last night, but you know, like I said, I haven't seen that much of the course yet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because everything's really spread out too.
Yeah.
But, you know, just seeing like this amateur, what was his name, Justin Suh.
Yeah.
His ball yesterday was completely buried. Like when the marshals were like, they like went out of their way to like tell us about it because it was the worst they'd seen all week.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything at first.
Yeah.
And then we wanted him to hit it, and he was, but also like he was like, I think I'm gonna pass. Sorry guys.
Yeah.
But also like he could have gotten injured too.
Yeah,
So
you
it
don't
was
want-
like totally get it, cool, but it was just completely buried.
Yeah.
Thick
Yeah.
crap.
I think there are patches of it that's thicker than others too.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
It's not all just one cut. Like there are certain areas where they really grow.
Right. And of course Kenny Harms loves to be the contrarian. And so I was saying like, I want carnage. I want to see carnage. I hope it doesn't rain.
Me
Because
too,
he was
yeah.
telling me how many inches it's going to rain Thursday, Friday. I think it's going to be 600 during the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But then it's going to dial back to 2 over. I don't know, whatever.
No,
we'll
but
see.
that's extreme.
Most guys did not say that. But he
Yeah.
is very confident, but he always is. I love Kenny. But like Fooch was the first person I asked, Justin Rose's caddy, and he always knows this shit. And, I mean, he without hesitation. Plus he said what was it? 6 over. And I said, what if it rains? 2 over. And then, what's his name? Andy Sanders, Jimmy Walker's caddy, said the same thing.
Interesting.
And then, shoot, what did Jimmy Johnson say? I feel like Jimmy should know his shit, you know, because he's been around.
Yeah.
Jimmy was like, oh, it's been a long day. I've been here since like 6. And I'm like, well, Jimmy, you should know better. You gotta pace yourself.
Yeah.
You're bed. He goes, oh, I'm old. I'm like, tell me about it. Like, I can barely do this anymore.
And I think the big sentiment too is that if it rains, it's definitely the course is definitely going to get easier, which isn't always the case.
It's not. You know what? It's not. That's right.
It's because it's not that long. Usually, US Open course are really long, so when it gets wet, the rough just gets thicker, and they can't hit it as far, and they can't hit it.
Yeah,
but
like
now,
Congo.
But this course is only, I believe, 70.
Only 72.
72, which is obviously very
Even
long.
though there's a drivable par 3.
Yes, there's a drivable par 3.
I want to say 17. So anyway, but what I was saying about Kenny was that shoot, I totally lost my train of thought. I'm an idiot. Kenny was just saying it was easier, I guess, in let's go this way, in 07, and how even like last week when the members played it, or when they had that thing that Rory played in, it was harder. The whatever name of the thing. The team thing.
Yeah.
And I asked, you know, I got the Van Sickle had heard Rory shot 63 on his own ball. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, let me ask her.
Yeah.
So I got an answer from one of the members that it was 68. Yeah. And then I asked Rory after his press conference, and he was like, oh, 68 is probably about right. I picked up like, I'm not really sure. I'm like, well, 62 is a team right here. Yeah, 62 is a team.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, maybe even 68. I don't know, 68, yeah, sure.
62 is became 68.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I'm like, yeah, you know,
like...
I'm like, Ben Sickle, where are you getting your info, dude? I'm like, good thing I asked. But not like I would, you know.
Who do you think's gonna play well this week, Steph?
You know, I don't freaking know yet. It's just like, I just haven't done my research. You know, I've been so focused on the course and being able to do this cool social media crap that I haven't like really thought about it. Because I looked at the leaderboard from 07, right? Yeah. And there's just no rhyme or reason.
Yeah, there really isn't. Like a big hitter won, but there are also like Jim Furyk was up there.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, David Toms too?
David Toms was up there.
Yeah, like it was like short hitters, long hitters, like no rhyme or reason.
I think it's going to be a random win.
You know, last year was actually the most exciting US Open I've covered.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, like, that was really fun.
And it was in Chambers.
Oh my god, I was like, thank you, Jordan Spieth and Dustin Johnson, for saving this. Because it was actually an exciting final day. Because you know, like, it's usually kind of boring. Because someone usually vomits on themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, 2013 was alright. Phil vomiting. But then Justin Rose hitting good shots. What hole is this?
I believe.
What hole? I can't see anything except this awesome rough that's like making my feet hurt even. Is this, what hole is this?
14.
Oh, 14, thanks. I want to see ya.
Pictures on your badges.
That's right.
Oh yeah, they always are.
You work for the USDA?
No, where's media?
Media, yes.
Media.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do, but someone just said Bubba wins, you did a Periscope of 8. I'm like, you know, I'm not allowed to do it inside the ropes. I would love to, but I can do it on tee shots basically inside, you know, like, because you can just stand back outside the ropes.
Alright, so now we are cutting over to...
Tomorrow, guys, tomorrow. Stay tuned for a riveting 9 holes tomorrow with whatever group guys that will be cool with me. I'm so mad at myself for missing Andres Gonzalez and Kevin Kisner. That would have been so freaking perfect. Those guys are normal, funny, great banter, you know, and like would have been okay with me, you know, because I always tell the players I don't want to like intrude. You know what I mean? And like I can't do it inside the ropes anyway, so it's like, you know, but they would probably humor me a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they would. Kiz is awesome.
Kisner's is awesome.
Well, yeah, I met
Gonzalez
Kiz.
is awesome.
Yeah, I grew up with Andre, so I was like, okay, can I walk with you guys
Oh,
tomorrow?
yeah, because he's from Washington.
Yeah. We were like BFFs.
That's hilarious.
Like, oh, you haven't seen the prom picture?
Oh, no.
Oh, he went to like a high school dance with me and showed up in a baby blue tuxedo, like the one in Dumb and Dumber.
That's awesome.
I'll show you a picture. It's hilarious. Yeah, we had the same swing coach. Same with Michael Putnam.
Oh, cool.
And Ryan was always kind of weird, really, really good, and he would tell you about it.
Yeah.
He went through every single shot of his round. Or like, it was funny.
Yeah.
But you know, we know you're good.
Yeah.
He's kind of chilled out from that, obviously. But
Because he was such a good amateur, too.
oh yeah, well he hates the USGA now. Well, like, I mean, he was very concerned with the whole Chambers thing. Because, you know, obviously, being from around there, you want it to be a success.
Yeah.
So I am fairly certain, before the 2010 amateur, called Mike Davis up and said, look, something about the greens being a problem.
Yeah.
Before 2010.
I mean, that's amazing. that's a scoop right there.
You know, no, well, I asked him right after, I was on the spot, though, with the cameras and too many people.
You could probably tell that.
And, you know, he was like, yep. So I was like, correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know.
You could probably tell because they were really undulating, and he thought, oh, if they're going to bake these greens out, it's going to be.
Or he just knew. And then, like, the two greens that, you know, everyone's was perfect.
Yeah.
Are the ones that are
Yeah.
It's just too bad. Well, I just understand how you design a course for the U.S. Open and not think about the spectators.
Yeah.
Like, even Donald Trump did.
Well,
I mean, Jesus.
I know this was obviously designed long before the US Open became what it is today, but I heard I didn't go to this US Open, but I heard Marion was a terrible experience for fans, right?
Yeah, because you couldn't get anywhere.
It
was too small.
Such a tiny.
Yeah, it was too small and, like, just not built for the modern US Open.
Yeah.
That's the problem. There's so many good, like, they're great golf fans in the Seattle area. Like, Sahali was a success.
Yeah.
The 2010 Senior Open at Sahali was massive.
Yeah.
But you couldn't see anything.
Well, I was at Sahara last week, and it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And it was huge.
I was supposed to be there, but
It was fantastic.
I was down the road, sleeping. Poor planning.
Can you go this way?
Yeah, I
Head
want
back
to
to the media
see.
center?
Yeah, let's head back to the media center because this is so damn interesting.
You know, Sahara was a success. It was an exciting tournament. It was a nice course. All the LPGA Tour players loved it.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely a success.
Yeah, my stepdad, so I went to the one at Westchester last year too. I swear those tournaments just following me around. And no one was there.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It was so sad.
Yeah.
So I was sort of like kind of thinking like, oh, no one's going to be there. But my stepdad was like, no, it's a big deal. Everyone has a tent and this, and you know, we have like Microsoft and Amazon and a bunch of companies.
It was a very big deal. Like, there were a lot of people there, and
like they care.
Yeah, no, they really.
I mean, they treated Chambers Bay like it was gonna, you know, they were.
Well, Chambers Bay had a huge number of people come too.
Yeah, which like, and too bad they couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
That's too bad. I felt so bad for them. I was just like, I remember like telling people like, don't even come, just watch it on TV. You'll be able to see more. I don't think there's going to be any wind at 1971. Do you think there's going to be wind?
There's going to be more than... See, if you look around, like, you can't see any trees because they cut down...
they cut about 5,000 or whatever.
5,000 of them since the last US Open.
Yeah.
Which means that there is going to be more wind than usual on Oakmont.
But I haven't heard anyone talk about it.
There's no wind now.
Exactly. But it's late in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But I've walked around a bit and I haven't really felt any wind.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard any guys talk about wind.
Yeah.
So I just think the whole thing is if it rains.
The rain is the thing.
Is it a better course for the lack of trees? I don't know, you know.
It's definitely a prettier course.
I think it's like you can see more and that it makes it more interesting, or I don't know. I have to talk to someone who was here.
It's definitely a prettier course.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
Like it's different. Yeah, I don't think guys are going to be hitting it in this rough though. And this rough is actually probably better than being in this crap. And apparently, like, you know, usually you think, oh, bunker, bailout for tour pros, you know?
Yeah.
You'd rather be in a bunker any day than the freaking rough. Well, apparently not, according to all the players.
It's Danny Willett.
Ooh, Danny
Is
Willett.
it?
I don't know, I can't see anything. I need to get better contacts. Is that Luke Donald? Now, I really respect Luke for going through the whole qualifying process.
It's not Luke Donald, though.
I swear that looks like Luke.
It looks like him, but his
Right?
swing isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's been messing around with his swing.
True.
Looks like, I don't know, we'll see. I can't see anything. This is so sad. It'd be cool if it was someone I knew. You know, it'd be a little more interesting for you guys too than just watching this. Like horse, which I thought would be a little more interesting. Don't know who that is.
Paul Casey.
Oh, Paul Casey, yeah, of course, because John McLaren, yeah.
Danny Willett. Baldwin.
Matthew Baldwin, yeah. Riveting. No, I mean, great players. So apparently the USGA came in and poured a bunch of sand in the bunkers, and it wasn't like that in 07. So now guys can't predict how it's going to come out because there's too much sand.
Yeah.
What else, do you remember what else Speed said?
The big thing was about how they cut down all the trees, so the potential for more wind is there this year.
Right, but sand.
And then sand is the big deal because now they're all fluffed up. So as you said,
So
there's a lot more sand, and they've fluffed it all up, which means that there's potential for buried lies a lot more.
Right, and not being able to predict how it comes out, and chunking it, and not knowing how to catch it.
Taking too much, too
yeah,
little.
Which is weird because, you know, like, you'd rather take a bunker any day over this shit. Excuse my language. Don't go in the bunker. Simple. Yes. No. I know. We know that. But you also don't want to go in the rough. So, and I guess the fairways are what, 25 yards wide, ish.
I think so.
I don't
Or the church
understand why.
bunkers, if you want to curse.
Yeah. Let's show the people some bunkers. I promise tomorrow's going to be much more interesting when I'm following a group of players I know, and they're actually hitting shots. They don't look that bad. But I guess you don't really know until you stand in them.
The lip is just high on all of them.
Yes, that's what they're saying. Oh, this is the... What's the famous one again?
This is
The pews?
Yeah, this is the church pews.
It's always thick. It's gnarly. The US Open. You know what I kind of like though and appreciate is that like, the USGA knows basically exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're like mind fucking with the players, which is hilarious, kind of. Because you know how it's like, oh, there's Brant, how it's like kind of right on the edge.
Yeah,
and like the guys who are mentally tough enough to deal with it and handle it are the ones. You know, that's exactly what it is, and it's funny because yeah. Hold on, let's see Brant hit a shot. I'm really far away. Like, oh, I can zoom in. Woo, it's a little blurry though. It'll be better tomorrow. You know, Pinehurst, you can't really compare Pinehurst and here. It's just totally different. I liked Pinehurst, it's different, and I thought it was cool that the USGA is trying to mix it up a bit. But this is, you know, obviously a traditional historic venue. I was saying yesterday that I completely understand why Johnny Miller talks about shooting 63 in the final round of the US Open as much as he does. Because that's freaking ridiculous. Until you see this place, like, you don't realize how impressive that is, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm like, Johnny, you can talk about that all day, every day. I would be, everyone would be. Holy crap. That's insane.
That is insane.
In the final round of the US Open. Like, I was just like, you know, just seeing a few holes, you're like, holy crap.
So this is 18.
Mm-hmm. So, wait, I want to see 17. 17 is a drivable par 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the way to the media center anyway. Yeah. Okay, guys, here's 18. I wish I could switch between. I wish I had like two phones, like one to take snap with and one to periscope with.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be hilarious. Standout hole. I need to walk the whole course, but you know everyone's talking about that long drivable par 3, quote unquote, and then you know the risk reward 17, which apparently I was hearing from a colleague that all the guys who laid up had better shots in.
Yeah.
Because the guys that went in the rough or whatever like couldn't do anything with it.
And the reward, it's a risk reward obviously, but the reward is so slim because if you don't hit the green, which is really tough to do when they're really hard.
Oh, excuse my language.
You're just stuck in the rough. You know, you can't do anything.
You don't know what you're going to lie you're going to get.
So it's
I saw like it was weird. Like I was talking to this coach from USC came up to me or introduced himself, and we actually saw his player Justin Suh, I think. So he was a freshman on 17, and he had that really, really buried, like the worst lie that the marshals had seen all day or whatever. And he said that him and the coach and Justin were saying, you know, if it was a team thing, they'd be going driver all day.
Yeah.
But you know, that's college golf and match play too.
It's one of those moves. You pull the driver on that hole.
There's no point.
Yeah, you pull the driver on that hole when you need to pull the driver.
Yeah.
Like you don't.
Like if you're in a situation where like you're one down or something.
If you're in a situation where you're one down,
One
or you're
to
like
play.
gonna, if you need to just do something pretty simple in order to make the cut or whatever, you don't pull driver there.
Yeah, no, because the risk isn't worth it. And I feel like with the USGA, any USGA, especially a US Open, like the risk never seems to be really worth it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like being in the fairway 100 yards back is better than being greenside in the heavy rough.
Lots of pros using driving irons now. Well, not Jason Day just totally sucked at the players, he told us.
Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with that.
He said
that was funny.
Jason Day said he's only going to hit 4 to 5 drivers.
Yeah, well, Rory said he wasn't going to hit many drivers.
So Jason Day is going to hit a lot of irons this week.
Yeah.
3-wood.
But I thought I loved his response to someone asking him about, oh, it's because you hit that 2-iron so well at the Players? And he's like, oh no, I totally suck with my driver, that's why. He had some really good lines.
Jason Day's the man. Yeah.
I know, I love him.
Yeah, you're close with the Days, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I know, Ellie's really the only, like, friend, only tour wife I call, like, a really good friend.
Yeah.
Who I, like, text with and, like, seek out. I don't know why that is.
And he had this great line about his babies.
Yeah. Well, that's why he is, I'll bet anyone a lot of money that he's not going to Rio. So anyone wants to take that bet. And then when Jason Day officially pulls out, Rory will pull out. Jordan will probably still go because it's Jordan. But he didn't sound too excited about it.
So you don't think he's going to go to the Olympics?
Between you and me, Luke, and
yeah,
whoever's watching, I just don't get the feeling. I'll tell you why after we get off the air. But you know, decent authority.
Decent authority.
Oh, see, Jason Arnott, this guy's the best. But you know how 20 tour bros pulled out of the Columbus sectional before it started?
Yes.
Well, this guy, Jason, good. He Flood.com tour event, Dominican, flew up to Ohio that night, on Sunday night, got to the course at 6 a.m. He was like second all to the town. And after like, and 20 guys had pulled out before it started. So anyway, so he was way down there. He shows up the course at 6 a.m., finds out at 6:40 a.m. that he's in.
Yeah.
Tees off at 7:20, shoots 5 under, gets into playoff, comes back, you know, 7:30, and makes it. Even though 6 for 5 was basically like, you know, it was like first alternate in. Except for 2014 when Cameron Tringali got totally screwed. But
I was engaged by 2.
otherwise, but like I talked to Summer Hayes yesterday, and like I was like, yeah, you know, I always knew you were in. Come on, you know, everyone, the first one to win. And he was kind of messing with me, and he's like, well, you know, it still made me feel really bad for a few days. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Because like he's not the kind of guy that I feel like jokes around a lot, you know? So yeah, like the whole thing with one little, you know, bit of criticism that I not fair. Like, you know, it's not, you know, Daniel Summerhays is not the type of complain or anything really negative, but it seemed like he wasn't too thrilled about that whole thing either.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I know that Gary Van Sickle was not thrilled.
Sorry, what was that?
Gary Van Sickle was not thrilled about the situation with his son. He made that very clear. But you know, I get that. You need to like it was really smart of his son, Mike Van Sickle, who did end up getting in, to ride down. You know, they So they drove down, or Mike drove down to Oakmont, and they told him he was 5th alternating here. I'm like, well, why couldn't the USGA do that?
Yeah.
I don't understand. And I wish we knew more. I don't know why they just don't publish the list right away, so you have an idea.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of figure it out with like the world ranking thing, you know?
Yeah.
So they always leave spots. Okay, so we have come to the end of our journey. I know this was really riveting shit. I promise it'll be better tomorrow. Just check it. It's so bad. We need to check out the lineup.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to brainstorm a little bit. But, you know, Oh wait, yeah, let's go this way. Wait, no, this is a better way to go. Oh, you know better way?
Is that the quicker way?
I go back to the range.
Okay.
I snapped yesterday that I trust these players not to hit me. Oh wait, web.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just went the way that I found, but not this way. Okay, everyone's gone. Sorry this wasn't as riveting as it should have been, but I really think you enjoyed hearing me and Luke talk. So damn interesting. Peace out.